Another huge thing that has been in the news in relation to gaming as of late is the fact that the PlayStation 4 is now the second best-selling game console of all time, meaning that it has recently passed Nintendo Wii and the original PlayStation console, which came out in '94. Now, the Wii console was released back in 2006, and overall, it managed to sell over 101 million units worldwide. I believe it was 101.63 or something like that. And the original PlayStation console reached over 102.49 million, I believe. It was recently reported that the PlayStation 4 had reached 102.8 million units in sales, and that's very impressive considering the fact that the PS4 console came out back in late 2013. I believe it was in November. So that's almost 7 years, a little over 6 years, almost 7 years since it's been out, and it's managed to become the second best-selling game console of all time. And of course, the first one is the PlayStation 2, which came out back in 2000. And I'm not exactly sure on what the exact figure is for how much the PS2 sold, but it's somewhere around 155 million, maybe slightly less, maybe slightly more. But the PlayStation 2 console definitely holds the record for the best-selling game console of all time. And a lot of people knew that the PlayStation 4 wasn't going to surpass the PS2 in terms of sales. We already knew it was going to surpass the PlayStation 3 as far as sales is concerned when it came out back in 2013, because the PlayStation 3 was just too expensive and a lot of people weren't going to buy it, especially considering the fact that not all games were backward compatible with the PlayStation 2, which is probably something that ended up hurting the sales of the PlayStation 3 console overall. But as far as the PS4 console being the best-selling or the second best-selling game console of all time, that's something that's pretty impressive. And as far as sales is concerned, it's quite possible that those sales will continue to increase, especially considering the fact that we still have games such as Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima, which is supposed to be coming out pretty soon. And I believe Death Stranding is supposed to be coming out as well. So there's still a lot of games that people are looking forward to picking up between now and when the PlayStation 5 comes out, which is supposed to be in late 2020. So the sales for the PS4 can only continue to climb, especially considering the fact that the price for the PlayStation 4 is less expensive than it was when it first came out back in November of 2013. So the PS4 is definitely is one of the best game consoles that the gaming world has seen. And as far as its performance is concerned, it's strange because backwards compatibility kind of hurt the Xbox One, and and it worked well for Sony and the PlayStation 4, mainly because the games that we got were just so good, like games such as Uncharted 4, along with God of War and all that. It's just, those games were just amazing. I believe we also got Monster Hunter World as well, which was one of the best games of 2018. We got so many games for the PlayStation 4 that are just memorable, and games that people play to this day, despite the fact that they came out years ago. And as far as whether or not the PlayStation 5 is going to pass the PlayStation 4, I mean, who knows? It depends on the features, depends on the pricing, depends on the games that come out. But that's too far in the future, because the PlayStation 5 is coming out in late 2020, and it's going to be hard to tell whether or not it's going to have the same kind of success as the PlayStation 4. Hopefully Sony handles the pricing the right way, and if they handle the pricing the right way, similar to how they did with the PlayStation 4 in comparison to the PlayStation 3, then the PlayStation 5 should do just as good as the PlayStation 4 did as far as overall units sold worldwide.